big movement. So people who own options need stock movement. Now, on the flip side, people who are short options, option sellers, don't need movement. Okay, they want those stocks just to stay right around the strikes that they've sold and decay. Remember that options decay a little bit every single day. So as you get closer and closer to expiration, in theory, that option is worth a little bit less every single day. So where movement is a friend to option buyers, it is a foe to option sellers. Option sellers do not want movement. They want stocks just to be range bound and quiet. So, this is the constant tug of war between the buyers and the sellers. So once again, that gamma is the pent up energy within an options contract. Now, one thing to think about gamma, gamma is always going to be the same whether we're looking at calls and puts on the same strike. So, the stocks trading 100, the 100 level call and put are going to have the same amount of gamma, just like the 90 level call and put are going to have the same amount of gamma. So once again, that idea that options that share the same strike in the same month have a direct relationship to one another. Okay, so gamma for calls. If we own calls and the stock price goes up, our delta is going to increase by whatever gamma amount those options have. Okay. And because it's positively correlated, if the stock price goes down and we're long calls, our delta will decrease by the amount of gamma on the options contract. So once again, it's the speed of our delta based on a $1 move in the underlying either up or down. Now the gamma for puts, if the stock price goes up and we are long puts, well, our delta is going to decrease because we're going to get less and less short as the stock price moves higher, and it's going to decrease by the amount of gamma that option has. And likewise, if the stock price goes down, obviously that's good for us if we own puts because we want that stock to go lower. Our delta is going to increase by the amount of gamma for that option. Okay, so gamma is always expressed as a positive number when we're talking about options in general. But it's what you do with the option, whether you buy it or sell it, that's going to create either a positive or negative gamma exposure of your position. Okay, so options themselves always have positive gamma. It's because it's that potential energy that we were measuring. Okay, but if I own options, once again, it's that idea that if I own options, I want stock movement. I want that stock to move either up or down based on whether I own calls or puts or both or whatever. Once again, if I'm short options, okay, I don't want movement, okay, because movement is going to hurt me if I am short options, okay, I'm short gamma. So long gamma and short gamma. Long gamma holders want stock movement. Short gamma holders want stocks to be very quiet, okay. So one thing to keep in mind, gamma is always going to be most concentrated around the shorter term options, and we're going to look at that in the next slide. So, and also again, this is what options are buyers are paying for. They're buying that energy or pent up energy within the options contract.